is winning. He is up a queen for a rook and the knight. I know it looks weird because black also has 2 bishops, but the way that a queen defeats an army of pieces like this is you simplify. You try to trade one of the rooks, you try to trade the knight for the bishop, and then you isolate the queen against the rook and the bishop, and then you go try to pick off the weaknesses. Pawns really help. Pawn takes f4, bishop f4. You can't take the bishop because the rook hangs, so rook d1. Bishop goes here. Now we play knight e3. And the entire time, Hans is also pressuring on time. He's not just outplaying Magnus on the board, he's actually playing on time. a4, I've already talked about this. We would love to trade a pair of rooks and get the pawns going over here. We have h5. Magnus trying to do something. a5, Hans just pushing. Rook c8, king b3. Rook f1, we're looking for trades. We are actively looking to trade some pieces. Rook f4, oh my goodness. He sacrifices the rook in 1.3 seconds and just plays queen d2. And he just has multiple paths to victory. The knight is blockading everything. The rook cannot create sufficient counterplay. Rook f8, b5. He's just going to push the pawns. Ultimately, he has more pawns than his opponent. Rook e2, a6. Pawn takes, pawn takes. The pawns are going to go together. That was Hans's entire idea. He was just like, I'm going to push the pawns. Magnus not going to be fast enough here. The bishop is completely blocked out. Rook a8, a7. The only moment of the game that he slips up. Apparently here Magnus could have played rook f2, rook back to f7, and he would have been in time to stop the pawn. But with 15 seconds on the clock, he goes this way, and this way is too slow because the king stops everything. You needed to go to f2. Now you can't go to f1, rook c1, rook c7 is stopped, and Hans ends this game in style, not just by sacrificing his rook, but by sacrificing his queen and playing b7. And that is the end of the game. The 2 pawns, the triumphant pawns, over the last 15 moves, literally just marched up the board. By the end of the game, it looked like this. The pawns had made it to the end. Black cannot save them both. Hans beats Magnus. That was Hans's first win in Title Tuesday against Magnus. I think maybe even ever, which is insane.